planting the seeds, working it, watching it grow. I got so many ways I could make money, I'll always be straight, I just thought you should know. Been on my grind, take what's mine, I got my eyes on the throne. I fuck with these broads.
You know? Okay, so Mike Miller, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I just listened to your album this morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You like what you think?
It's good.
Thank you, dude.
And there's a real evolution musically.
Yeah.
So how the process happened? Because I noticed that a few months ago you released a mixtape about jazz.
Yeah.
Very Lovenstein.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
why did you decide to produce more music on this album?
Because I think to really create something new that's never been done before, you know, create something that doesn't exist, and that represents you in the exact way, like that represents your true self. You know, I think it's important to do the whole thing. I mean, to the whole from the scratch. You know, and I think I've always wanted to be a producer of my own music, and I just wait until the time was right, you know. So now I think it's
because you've been producing for a while. Why
right.
Now you decided to be more official?
Well, I've been producing, but I never really trusted myself more than anybody else. You know, it's like I made beats forever, but never trusted myself to handle my own music. You know, like the bulk of it. So for this album, I think it was like a lot of things from songs to the whole album is all about trusting yourself, you know, and that's harder to do than it sounds, yeah.
Okay, and so see that you sing now?
Yeah, I've been singing forever, man, but on the old projects too, but you know, it's just taking those jumps and really trying to go hard with it, yeah.
Okay, and why is it more diverse? Like you singing, there's more jazz, there's more boom bap rap.
Yeah.
Why is it so diverse?
Because I feel like I mean, I've always made all different kinds of music, and it was hard for me to focus and put all of it into a project and how you do it right. Mm-hmm. You know, like if you listen to the songs that didn't make Blue Slide Park or songs that didn't make this project or that project, like you'll hear all different types of stuff and different directions of sound, but I think in this album it was more of me putting it all together and being able to do this and sing here and just rap here and do this kind of song here and making it all cohesive. Yeah.
There is a freestyle of Loaded Lux.
Yes.
On Red Dot Music.
Yeah.
So how do you approach him?
Oh man, I just hit him and I told him to diss me, dude. I was like, you know, I think it's like he. With the You Don't Get This Work, that video that he was with him and Calico,
yeah.
That was like one of the biggest videos of the year as far as in the battle rap scene.
Exactly.
Like Jay-Z tweeted about it, like it was huge.
He was just another lost nigga. Look at me, King. Look at me. He was so lost. We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. You can never fuck with me, ever, in your life. Look at you, emotional. Yeah, he gonna get this work. He'll be home next year. He was so lost. Hold up. He gonna get this work. He was so lost. You lost, nigga. Look how they got you. Fox 2, CNN. You supposed to be one of the leading faces in battle rap.
There's always been this thing of like things people say about me and come at me about this or that, and everyone's always trying to act like they don't exist, like try and pretend that people aren't saying things or whatever. And I was like, no, you can say whatever you want. Like, I'm even welcome on my own album. I'm gonna have the person that knows how to diss you better than anybody.
Yeah.
Now I told him to diss me. He did a great job.
Okay. And what do you feel about this line? I like you better when it was Easy Mac with the cheesy raps.
Yeah, dude. This is the craziest part, right? So, I told him to diss me, right? And I didn't tell him anything about the album. You know, I didn't tell him about the concept of the album or any of the songs. But the interesting thing is how like the universe lays things out. His verse fits in with what I'm saying on the album perfectly. You know, it makes sense. It doesn't just sound like a random someone dissing me. It's like makes sense within the album. So. Like even from the end of how he ends it to how I start my next song, it makes sense. Yeah.
And have you noticed the change the way the media are portraying you right now? Because now back then it was like a cheesy rapper. Now you're cool, you're part of the cool kid now.
Well, I think that when I first come out, it's kind of hard to believe that I was actually serious. You know, it's hard to digest the idea of me. Especially with like what songs are being big, you know what I'm saying? It's like
DJ, hit me!
Like, look, I'm a young white kid from Pittsburgh. So when I put out music, you know, a lot of young white kids are gonna support because they're like, hey, like that, man, I've always wanted to do that, you know, like so, whatever, and that's fine, you know, I'm down with it. Whoever wants to support me, but any real fan, you know, it's hard for these people to be really go in and listen. Like, you can ask a lot of people if you ask them what Mac Miller's projects they've listened to, they probably wouldn't have said a lot, but. If you have listened to everything, this isn't that far off. Like, it makes sense. The evolution, like I was talking to Peter Rosenberg, who has listened to everything. I mean, maybe not everything, but listened to a lot, and it makes sense. So, you know, I don't know. I think I just.
Because now I see like even like magazine like Vice, they like you.
Right. Well, see, this thing, like, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's cool. Now. I mean, and to me, like, it's like you never want to take any of that stuff personally. Like, you know, it's like people are gonna write this about you, and you know, you do take it personally because it's your art, and you're like, you don't understand, or you get mad, and this is what I was talking about in the Vice interview. Is it's like you got to be grown enough to like. Take everything with a grain of salt. Like, someone to say something about your record, cool, that's cool. Like, but like just like I said, like they're gonna say all this shit about me. Then if they like this, they're gonna say they like it. Like, they're not gonna pretend they don't. You know what I'm saying? And it's completely okay for someone not to like something.
Okay. And what's your point of view about the new scene? Because like there is. Tyler, Earl Sweatshirt, Absol.
Yeah.
It's really a new scene.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. I mean, everyone on my record and people like, how I see it is people, there's like this renaissance right now, man, and it's a bunch of young people who are just very creative and have very creative minds and are making music that's intelligent in a bunch of different ways. Like, even when we want to just say some ignorant shit, it's still, there's a reason, you know. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think that everything out there and like in LA right now and the people that come through the sanctuary, which is my house, and recorded, and like our group of friends out there right now is like the most important in music right now. Like, when all these albums come out, when Oxymoron comes out, you know, when Doris comes out, when Feel Good, which is the Internet's album, comes out, and all these albums start coming out, it's gonna be like, holy shit, like these kids are on some shit, you know.
Yeah. And how do you manage to get a verse from J Electronica?
I don't know. No, I mean, he's a friend, you know.
Okay.
And I think he. I mean, it's a blessing. I'm the only person that has it, you know. But I think he kind of like we had like a lot of conversations, and I think if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have done it. Like he sees what's happening. He understands what's happening. You know, we're all into this whole spiritual energy thing, and we're all interested in it. You know, like Soul and I talk about that shit all the time, and these deep conversations about God and all this stuff, right? So there's a reason for everything. So there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I have to ask the question: why the title?
Oh yeah. Well, it originally started out as a literal thing when we did it, like when we first came up with it a year and a half ago when Jerm and I made Claymation, which is actually the first song we ever made for watching movies with sound off, which was like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And it initially started as we always watch movies with sound off while we're recording, so let's do that. And I was like, hey, that's cool. But it grew and evolved as a project. You know, I made so many songs for this project that it evolved into something way more complex and something, but I can't exactly say it. That's part of the concept, is I can't tell you what it is. You know, you have to get that from your experience with it.
Okay.
You know?
And the concept of the cover, there is a concept, or? Yeah,
there's definitely a concept for, like, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same idea, is that it's like, to me it means something. You know, there's a reason of everything that's placed in there. There's a reason of every object.
Okay.
There's a message that I'm getting across. There's symbolism, but I'm not going to tell you that until you can come up with what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And maybe in 10 years in an interview I'll finally say it. But for me, you know, I'm enjoying all these people trying to figure it out, because at first they thought I was just doing it for attention, and then they realized that there was some type of meaning there, and then they're trying to figure out what it is, and they think it's some Adam and Eve, Illuminati stuff, or whatever they think it is, you know, and I'm enjoying it. So, you know, I'm like go ahead, whatever you think.
So now it's your second album, you've done a lot of mixtape, you're only 21.
Yeah.
So how does it feel like to be that young and still?
I feel like I'm old, dude. I feel like 50, which is dope, man. Everyone's always so scared to get 80. I'm excited to be an 80-year-old man. I feel like that's when you have the most understanding. But it feels good, man. I feel like, you know, whenever I think like, oh, I should be doing this, I want to do this, I realize that I'm only 21 years old. So for being 21, I'm in a pretty good place.
And do you plan to stay independent?
Hell yeah. Without a doubt, dude. I mean, I think that means something to me. I mean, at the same time, I think the whole like, at first it was like, me being independent was like, the cool, like, ooh, Mac Miller, he's independent, and he does this, he's independent, that's so cool. But now it's like really not the story anymore, because you can be independent if you want it. It's up to you. As long as, dude, I'm after creative freedom.
Okay.
So, well, but right now, dude, I'm independent. I'm gonna stay that way, and I love being independent, and I love having my own rules. So as long as I can do that, yeah.
Last question. Last time we met, you told us that your mom and Wiz Khalifa's mom used to smoke weed together.
Yeah.
Are they still smoking together?
Hell yeah, dude. They're good friends. It's dope, man. Yeah. They get to talk about their sons being rappers.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, dude.
Life is just a recital. Better remember all that you practice. When I die, throw a couple bad bitches in my casket. Whoa, fuck a day job. Got your bitch in just a tank top, getting paid. Roll my face off, bitch, you bank fraud. Bernie Madoff, educate y'all, then erase y'all. Hello, Cool J without the Kango. I don't see none of this stunt. Wish you the best. I'ma just light up this blunt.
What's up, man? Mac Miller, and this is Booska-P.com. I hope I've said that right and didn't butcher it with the accent, but watch movies with the sound off.
Looking imported from the shore of Brooklyn, coming from out of the burg. Bitch, I'm absurd. Fuck you up, hope you insured. Hating, I'll give you just what you deserve, that's my word. Put it on all that I'm worth. Been on my grind, take it what's mine. I got my eyes on the throne.